This way.
What's this? Huh. Okay.
I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings.
That's cool.
The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore.
Very cool.
Do keep up.
What's that?
Why don't you cast Revelio on that statue
Okay.
and see what details the field guide can provide?
Right on the statue. Oh. What's with this weird chest? Cool. At least you can get rewards. Yeah. It's the glasses I got, I suppose. Gloves are nice. Yeah, really don't need them. Headwear. There's a nice little cap there. Don't need it though. That's interesting. Can you do that with the other stuff? I accidentally unequipped. Accidentally unequipped that. Looked funny. Change the appearance. Oh, so I guess that DLC stuff was just a style. I guess it's actually kind of neat looking. Oh gee, yeah, this is pretty neat looking. Oh my. I really don't care about the hat though. I can do without a hat. All right, I'm ready.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
Cool. Wait, what's this? You can swap out what spells you have equipped, I guess. Man, I'm excited to learn some of those spells. They're cool looking. I think I'm gonna stop playing this once I finish like the whole introduction or tutorial seeming phase. Still kind of learning, being taught things right now, so.
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker.
Oh really?
Your
That's cool.
guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Okay. Central Hall. Oh, it's within the central, or within the library annex.
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall.
Very cool. Makes
You can
sense.
get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall.
That's cool. Good place.
Always something happening
Makes sense
here.
with
It's
the
heart
central.
of the hive, our King's Cross station, so to speak.
My mother always responds.
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly
Probably
what you
charms.
might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a
All right, thank you. That's
Professor
enough.
Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your
Don't need to
first
discuss
day,
everything. I'll
and
figure
you
it
have
out.
Much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least.
You did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
I became distracted. There's there may be a bug flying
It's
around
good
my
to see you,
room.
Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our later on?
I did try to evade her questions, though I feel a little deceptive. That said, I'm fairly certain she suspects that we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Yay. Track a quest. So there's two different ones. They're not in order. I can go to either one. That doesn't make any sense. They look kind of close to each other. I guess do this one first, I guess.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander.
Man, I'm excited. What's having my own wand gonna change, though? Obviously able to use magic without.
For now,
What difference does the wand make in a wizard?
May hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
I wonder when a good stopping point is. Kind of just keeps going. I feel like the tutorial seeming section is probably going to end after the Hogsmeade visit.
Is that all you've got?
Levioso! Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Okay. Got it.
Levioso.
First try. I am a master.
Now, let's try something a little larger.
You know, I know that they have to teach your character spells and stuff, but they do realize being taught this as a 5th year. It's the 5th year of the Hogwarts classes, and they're teaching Leviosa.
Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast?
Yes.
This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprise. Good. Now, well done. Very good, but the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair
Yep.
duel using only
Now, time to
Levioso,
kick your
basic
butt,
cast,
Sebastian.
and Tego. You may begin.
This
Levioso.
good form.
I know.
Lucky.
Nothing lucky about it.
Haha.
Can't be your first duel.
Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
What was that, Sebastian? Were you
Not bad for a beginner.
doing something?
You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Slytherin.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards or
This is the 5th year of Hogwarts, has been stated. But like the introduction when she walked in for the class makes it sound like this is, you know, their first meeting. This is like
Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with
makes it
additional
sound like we're
assignments.
first years. Our character, this is first time here, but everyone else should have been here for a few years.
Class is dismissed.
Nice work.
Thanks.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something.
It was certainly good
Practice. Didn't expect a new student. Then again,
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself.
fair enough. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain.
Exclusive and...
Excellent. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, whether it's joining a secret dueling club or sneaky, you just have to be clever.
Thank you, Sebastian.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance.
Well, I mean, if, you know, if the dueling is similar to my duel with you, it should be pretty freaking easy. You didn't even get a single attack off.